'cause I know you saved me too. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Mallory. I'm sure most of you guys watching this already know me, but if you don't, I'm Mallory. I just am terrible at everything. I went through the whole video and completely forgot to do, I did an intro, that stupid thing you just watched. Well, now I'm doing the part where I talk in the intro. So, yeah. This has taken me a couple hours to do, so you're welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button down below and support my YouTube channel. Have fun! Okay, so I always do my eyes first. So I'm going to prime my lids with my concealer. And I'll blend that in with a damp beauty sponge. This is the highlight and contour sponge from Morphe, I believe. And now I'm going to set my eyes, and I'm just going to dip in to this like just plain shade. I'm going to put that like all over the lid just to set that concealer so it's not tacky. Next I'm going to take the Morphe R37 brush. I'm going to dip into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to dip into this color here. And tap off the excess. And I'm going to put that in the transition area. And just blend, blend, blend. I like to do windshield wiper motions and circular motions. Okay, so I pulled you in a little closer so you could see my eyes better. And I'm still putting that transition color in. Next, I'm going to take the M513 brush and I'm going to dip into this shade. I'm going to put that under that transition color. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same brush I used for the transition color. I'm going to just blend those two colors together using that brush. Now I'm going to take the E18 and I'm going to dip in to this purpley shade, or it's like maybe maroon. I don't know. I'm going to put that in the outer corner. I'm just going to tap so I can really add some pigment. Now I'm going to take the M441 brush, and I'm just going to, with a very light hand, blend that darker shade into the others. Now I'm going to go back in and fix the spots that look a little patchy. Now I'm going to take the M443, the M443, and I'm going to dip into that dark purpley maroon shade, and I'm going to carry that over into the crease area. What I'm going to do is take my concealer and put a teeny tiny bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to take a flat brush and dip it into the concealer, and I'm going to carve out a little spot . Take this shade here and I'm going to pack that on that spot that I just created. Okay, so I adjusted my camera a little bit more and my chair. So now we can move on to foundation. So I'm gonna shake it first. The foundation I use is Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I'm in the shade Desert Beige. So what I'm going to do is just dab some foundation on this sponge and just dab it all over my face. And don't forget to drag it down your neck some so you don't look, so you don't have that like awkward foundation line. Okay, so now what I like to do is I like to take this brush from Tarte and just like rub it in so I know it's like all blended. I don't really know if this does anything, but it makes me feel like I'm doing like I'm doing what I'm supposed to. So now I'm going to move on to concealer. I use the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Neutral. It has a really nice applicator on it. And going to put it under my eyes. And a teeny bit on my forehead and a teeny bit on my nose. And I'm going to take that same beauty sponge So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my under eye and set my face. So I'm going to take the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and I'm going to take my M438 brush, and I'm going to dip into these two colors and get a generous amount, and I'm going to set my under eye with them. I love to use the Shade and Light palette because I really think like it makes my face look flawless, like my under eye area. And it's not too heavy, and I really pack this stuff on. And I'll just take like that little bit of extra and I'll put it on my forehead. I'm going to take my Double Wear powder, and it's in the same shade. I'm going to take this big brush, it's an E41 brush, and I'm gonna get a big amount and just blend that in to my skin. I really love this brush. So I'm using it to kind of wipe away everything now too. If you invest in anything, please invest in this powder brush. This, I swear to God, this is the best brush ever. I'm going to contour. I'm going to take this R10 brush and my Hoola bronzer. I'm going to get a little bit on there, tap a little off, get my hair out of the way. Bring it up to the forehead. I'm going to take this first shade in the Shade and Light palette and deepen that contour just a teeny bit. So now what I'm going to do is blush, and I'm going to use the Kylie blush, and it is in Hot and Bothered. And I don't know what kind of brush this is. It's just a cheap round brush. Yeah, brush. And I'm going to put this on my cheeks. To add some color. Now comes the fun part, highlighting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, my mirror, this Tarte, Skin Twinkle Volume 2 highlighting palette. And this palette smells so good. I don't know why. So what I do to highlight is I take a separate sponge because I made a mistake once. Just another damp beauty sponge. And I'm going to dip into Daylight, which is this first color here. I'm just going to like dip in a little bit, and it gets a little on there. I'm going to move my hair. I think that it makes the highlight more natural looking. It blends it out more, but it still gives you like a blinding glow. I'm going to take Champagne Pop by Becca, if you guys can even see. And I'm going to do the same thing. I just really like that glow that it adds. I think that it looks so pretty. So pretty. While we're highlighting, I'm gonna dig back into my Jaclyn Hill palette, and this brush is by It Cosmetics, but if you can see, it's itty bitty. It reminds me of the E18 from Morphe, but it's just not. I'm gonna dab into that first color in the palette, and I'm going to highlight the inner corner of my eye. To use this, it's Brow Zing. I believe it's by Benefit. It's like super old, but it's in the shade Light. And it comes with this itty bitty brush. I'm going to dip into this light color here. And I'm going to start by lining the bottom of my brow. Like so. Now I'm going to start from the outer corner of that brow. And I'm staying away from that very inner corner of my brow, and I will do that last. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the inner corner. I'm just going to take a very light hand, and I'm going to just do little strokes. Little brush strokes. And I'm going to get the spoolie end of this and just blend it out. And I'm actually going to use this, I think, to help with that inner corner. So I'm going to take this brush. It's by MAC, and it is the 228, and I like it best for the lower lash line because it's just tiny. I'm going to dip into this maroon shade that I used a little bit, and I'm just going to put that on the lower lash line. I'm going to go and throw on some false lashes, and I will be right back. I have my lashes on, And the last thing that I'm going to do is put some lip gloss on. But before I do that, I'm going to take the Kat Von D lip liner in Lovecraft. I'm going to line my lips a little. Now I'm going to take the Tarte Glossy Lip Paint in the shade Eager, I think. It's a little, like, sampler. It came in a sampler pack. And that is it. This first YouTube tutorial of mine is finally complete. Y'all have asked so much, and I finally got one done. So before you leave, don't forget to hit subscribe and the thumbs up button and show me some love.